Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Elixir is a fragrance that I think deserves an honest review. There's a lot to talk about with this fragrance, and I think that it actually bears a similarity to a fragrance that's 3 to 4 times more expensive than this that needs to be talked about. Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Elixir was made in 2022 in France, and the perfumer is, I'm not sure, because I couldn't find that information, but if you know, leave it in the comments below. I bought this as a tester bottle, and the only indication of that is on the back. It's actually laser engraved. So if you do have OCD, do not buy the testers. Since this has a built-in atomizer, which you can actually access by pressing on the top here where it says 1 million, it will spray out the front. You do not need to worry about the tester bottles. It just comes in a tester box, which I will show you here quickly. This is what the tester box looks like if you are to buy a tester. That's how I bought it, to save a little bit of money, because I have so many fragrances that I need to save money where I can. The presentation of the actual bottle is quite nice. The 1 Million Elixir is very noticeable here. You have a pyramid kind of triangle structure on the front, some numbers, which I can't decode. If you can decode that, please let me know. Batch codes of 1 million fragrances are written laser engraved on the bottom here. And my batch code is 13401. This is a Parfum Intense concentration. Please don't hurt me here, but I genuinely think that the presentation of the Paco Rabanne 1 million fragrances are very good. They're the first thing to pull attention in my fragrance collection because of the gold bar look. Paco Rabanne does a very good job at captivating people's attention through the presentation of the bottle. That's what designers should do. They're used to designing clothing, they should also design bottles. But let's get into the scent profile. What do you smell with Paco Rabanne 1 Million Elixir? I'm gonna go through the notes on Fragrantica because I think that they're acceptable. They're listing the top notes as apple and Davana, middle notes damask rose, cedar and osmanthus, the base notes vanilla absolute, tonka bean and patchouli. That's pretty much all they're listing there. So I will get this out of the way. 1 Million Elixir leans the most unisex in my opinion out of all the 1 million flankers. I think that men and women can completely get away with this. It definitely leans very, very close to a scent profile that some people may know, Xerjoff or Bapura. I think that these bear a very striking similarity. I'm not gonna make this a comparison video about these two, but I think it's worth a mention. So what do I smell with 1 Million Elixir? When I first spray this on, I get a very big combination between a very heavy, fruity opening followed by a vanilla and tonka combination. You are getting a woody backbone to this fragrance. Some people say that they get the rose here. I don't think I do. I mostly get Davana, which gives a little bit of a fruity green note and a little bit of muskiness, but not as much muskiness as you're getting with Bapura. I said I'm not going to compare these two, and I'm not. I'm sorry. This fragrance in itself, a lot of people are going to tell you is more of a fall and winter fragrance. I totally get that because it is very, very sweet. I think that this is fine for all year round in the nighttime because some of the fruitiness, apparently apple, gives off this like yacht club party vibe. This is a fragrance that I would definitely look towards when it comes to that because it does give that kind of summer sweet fruity vibe mixed with that winter fruity sweetness. The winter fruity sweetness is that vanilla tonka combination. In my opinion, I think that this is actually more versatile than some people give it credit to. Now, this is very synthetically sweet. Do not wear 1 Million Elixir in the high heat in the summer. If you were to wear this in the high heat, some people might get a bit of a headache, but personally, I don't care what anyone says. I think that this is actually great for summer nights, spring nights, fall nights, winter nights, it doesn't matter. Also clubs, anytime you're trying to get attention, this is the type of fragrance that you're gonna look towards and you're going to get a lot of compliments from when you wear this because like I said, it does also lean a bit feminine. So females, when you pass by them, are gonna be like, what's that smell? You know, a lot of unisex fragrance get more compliments because the sweetness draws them in and they're like, oh, I could wear that too. What is that? And they wanna know. It's very hard to be off-put by a scent profile like this because it is meant to be mass appealing in the fact that it appeals to the widest crowd possible. With that being said, I am a bit younger and I do tend to lean towards a little bit sweeter fragrances. So I had to get my friend Chad from A Gentleman's Journey to give his reactions of this fragrance and let me know what he thinks of 1 Million Elixirs. Okay, so now we have Chad from A Gentleman's Journey. He's gonna give his opinion on 1 Million Elixir because you know I like to torture him. So this is the dry down here. Tell me what you think, Chad.
Sweet, warm, not bad, not for me. Definitely youthful. You know, in all honesty, I'm not a big fan of the brand itself, but this is not bad.
He's not a fan of them, and that's why I always bring him into these 1 million reviews.
Hey, listen,
I want to see which one he likes. You'll find one.
The Privé is the best.
Some guy had it the other day and I tried to buy it and he was like, oh yeah, $250. I was like, yeah, no.
This is nice though. It's not bad. It's not as loud as the original.
Yes.
I don't know if there's like a creaminess to it.
Yeah, I totally get
But
that.
there's like it's creamy tonka.
So this one also has has rose in it, but I don't really get that much.
It's more mass appealing in the opening. Then as it dries down, it somewhat matures.
Yep, for
like
sure.
it feels like it goes from, let's say, like a 20-year-old to like a 25-year-old. But the opening is sexier.
Would you say clubbing type of
Oh
fragrance?
yeah, no, this is club and date.
Yeah.
Date, lounge, it's a night out. Kind of unisex, but it leans a little bit more towards the guys.
And this is going to be your next signature scent?
You know what?
Oh, yes. Don't they go together so nicely?
You know, I think that will be.
Like with your bottle service and your sunglasses on in the club. Chad, thank you so much for your opinion on this.
Thanks for having me.
You know I appreciate it.
And folks, let me know what you think of the new shirt.
Thank you, Chad. Always good to get you on a 1 million fragrance review because I know secretly you do love this line. Just admit it. Come on. In the comments below, just admit you do love this line. So with that being said, that covers the scent profile. But what is the performance of 1 Million Elixir? I don't think that this is the most beast mode elixir out there. I do think that it is a good performer, but it does not project as crazy as, let's say, Dior Sauvage Elixir. This is good in the longevity department. Sometimes I would get 8 to 10 hours, and sometimes I got 10 to 12 hours. So it was mixed performance on my skin. But what about the projections? When I first spray this on, I'm getting about 3+ feet of projection. That's obviously only gonna last, let's say 2 to 3 hours. After the 2 to 3 hour mark, you're gonna get about 1.5 to 2 feet of projection, and that's gonna last you, I would say, about this 6 to 8 hour mark before it starts to work its way back. And then it's going to be slightly hovering above 1/2 foot to 1 foot the rest of its life before it disappears completely. The majority of the time I got 8 to 10 hours out of 1 Million Elixir, but there was times where I was able to push it to the 12-hour mark. Some people are going to mark this as a beast mode fragrance. I would mark it slightly below beast mode. It is a good addition to the elixir lineup, but it is not crazy beast mode like you would expect with some of the other elixir flankers. If I was to give 1 Million Elixir a scale from 1 to 10, I'm gonna give 1 Million Elixir an 8.3 out of 10. I think that 1 Million Elixir is a very good fragrance that appeals to the biggest crowd possible. I do think, however, that it's not the best in the 1 Million line. With that being said, I highly suggest that you check out my review for 1 Million Lucky. Although it's discontinued, I highly suggest you check that out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you over there.